Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Adventure Stronghold, Blue Team. spbtvtower as a Lord General fighting in ranged combat begins with a retinue of Stormtroopers ready strong defense and support can also add to the retinue alongside. DrBenGunn is a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat for some powerful disruption and support. And rounding off the team, JKH with a Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee but can get specialized ranged weapons. On the red team, Bagkas is a Daemonhunter, a melee spellcaster with strong support and control, alongside ChunkyCoates as a Mekboy, teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat with a bunch of orky gadgets. And rounding off the teams, GaiusBaltar as a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. Thousand Suns, elite scheme. He's going to walk through stuff pretty soon, I bet ya. Looks like it's kicking off on the west side, maybe a 2v2 fight brewing. Warlock hanging out with his Guardian buddies and Howling Banshees on the way. Double shooters for ChunkyCoates. Bagkas with double Stormtroopers here. Where is the Daemonhunter themselves? They're just hanging out at the moment. Mekboy teleports in to tie things up in melee. That's a good disruptor from the Warlock. And there is the Rift Tear to slow down those guardsmen. Sluggers got messed up. Sluggers have wiped. Special attacks mess you up. Got some orky left hooks from that Mekboy there. Double shooters trying to weigh in some ranged firepower, but those guys now behind some heavy cover. Daemonhunter gets stomped. Interceptors, not interceptors. Stormtroopers are trying to shoot it down. Daemonhunter falls now. Some losses early on for the red team. Can they recover? I don't think those Stormtroopers can stay there for too long. Destructor just blew up a bunch of shooter boys. Need to run, fellas. Yeah, red team got kind of messed up. Banshee's coming in for a nasty flank. Shooter boys white. Completely. ChunkyCoates has nothing on the field now. Just their Mekboy. What a rough start for them. In the northeast, on the natural power of the blue team, we got some Chaos fellas having a grand old time. Chaos Lords fighting a Inquisitor. And she's getting shot at by CSM. It's not going to work out great for you. Need to run. Now Heretics here to try and bash the node. I'm not sure if this had gens up or not. We do have triple gens in the southwest and the southeast. And in the northwest too, so maybe they were. What's up, ChunkyCoates? They're going for looters now. Even more Daka. Purgation squad on the field for Bagkas. Incinerators that suppress infantry. Warlock did not want to mess with it, so ran off. Lots of pressure here from GaiusBaltar. Banshees though, they found some heretics. There's a Doom Blast, which I don't think hit them very well. Very determined to get the decap, and they got it. Chaos Lord also gets a good kill the week, and his CSM made it out clean as well. Heretics didn't lose that much also. Only a couple of models. Really good passage of play all round for GaiusBaltar. Pushed through, stole the, or decapped the power. And didn't really lose much doing it. They're now big retreated off though, so they can't defend their own power too well. They've got some more heretics coming in, but they can only do so much against all this stuff. So they might lose a couple of gens here. Here come looters to try and help out. ChunkyCoates has nothing else on the field. GaiusBaltar calling out the two. Need help defending that power over there. Can be difficult to defend these powers next to the victory points though. They're not very safe. Heavy weapon squad sets up on the eastern edge now with the heavy bolter. Top of your screen. Banshees though are going to bash the node with no interruption. Here come the Chaos fellas back again, and a combi flamer is in for the Chaos Lord. Dangerous ranged weapon. Can pick off units as they chase them around. Banshees drop a model immediately, and it did not get the decap. Got some grenade launchers up for the heretics here, and there is a big electric shock hit from the Mekboy. Doesn't want to go down though. Hammer of the Witches, I think he's alright. Yeah, Mekboy makes it out. There's some Khorne worship for the Chaos Lord to try and get around the heavy weapon squad, and they've made it. You can't see the firing arc of enemy weapons, but they were able to get around it there. And then they backed off because of the Sentinel. I think they didn't want to get stomped. Heavy weapon squad able to reposition. Can't quite make up its mind though. Might see Let the Galaxy Burn in tier 2 for some more Khorne fire. On the west side, Purgation getting disrupted by something. What was that? Not sure. But that's a lot of fire. Bloody hell. Huge amounts of burning from the double Purgation there. Still got a fair amount of models because there wasn't anything to pick off the others, I guess. Meanwhile, Red team have pushed up a bit the east side thanks to GaiusBaltar. ChunkyCoates, are you just going to go tier 2 with this? Looks like that might be the plan. Chaos Lord gets stunned by the Inquisitor. Some good grenade barrage disruption though, and oh, they tried to do Immolate, but they just ran out of health to stand there and do it. Would have been nasty if they could. What about the other heretics? The other heretics are still melee, but they're busy worshipping Khorne for some speed. Looters set up here nicely. They're edging forward, but they're running out of models as they do so, yeah. GaiusBaltar couldn't keep up the pressure any longer. They still got heretics in play, and these guys are being sneaky. Look at that, opening up with hide the guns onto the Sentinel. Inquisitor did go down. Might get revived by the Warlock if they fleet over there, maybe. What is this? Banshee's bashing power. Purgation say no, but I don't know if they can stop them. Most units get some ranged damage resistance when they are in melee, even if it's with a generator. Purgation dropping one. Banshee trying to get on them. Couldn't quite do it. Daemonhunter getting stuck in there. No war gear for this fella yet. Got the big shooter and electric armor as you saw from ChunkyCoates. Anything else we can spot? Not really. Ouch. Purgation getting mixed up. We might messed up, I should say. We might see the Terminator Librarian in tier 2. They can defend the double Purgation with Sanctuary maybe. Because spbtvtower might go for some Ogrins to get to pressure them. A decent stomp. Sentinel's been used really well so far by both players. JKH needs some repairs though, eh? Maintaining midpoint is GaiusBaltar. Are they going to push on the power? Looks like they are. Heavy weapon squad trying to shut things down with some suppression. Chaos Lord getting through. And artillery spotters doing some work as well, shutting down range with some smoke. A decent stomp. Noise Marines on the field now for GaiusBaltar. Chaos Lord shakes off the stun and scares off the heavy weapon squad alongside heretics. Can they wipe them? They can. Heavy weapon squad stayed around for way too long there. 453 to 346. Banshees piling in though. Can you get a grenade? No grenade. But everything did flee. Banshees on your flank. Pretty scary. They fully bashed this power. Purgation with Psy Cannon and with more Daka global buff from the Mekboy too to lower the cooldown of their weapons, I believe. Need to set up with that Psy Cannon. And there's Psychic Fortress on the Purifiers from the Daemonhunter's global bar, slowing down nearby enemies and draining their energy and silencing them, I think. Yeah, you can see the silence marker on those guys. Purgation get their Justicar. These fellas are power melee, the Justicar is heavy melee, and they have a really long charge range, beefy melee squad. Should do some good work for you. Purgation now trying to bash power. In the mid, meanwhile, VP is turning red. And look at that. They got through onto this VP and stole it. Well done, the guard. Plague Marines on the field now for GaiusBaltar. And ChunkyCoates got a Death Tread rolling out with burners and bits. Sorry, Unbits. Need to speak Orky. Yeah, even though ChunkyCoates only had looters up, red team did really well in tier 1. Really good pressure from GaiusBaltar on the east side. They lost their gens over here, but I think they can maybe hold it now. They have the double purgation and the purifiers who are scared off by something. No war gear yet for that Daemonhunter. I'm not sure what you'd get at this point. That would really help you a huge amount. Might be waiting to see if they need the rites of exorcism from a banishing cloak. That vehicle shows up or something. Power bashing by GaiusBaltar. Chaos still weighing in a bit. Death Dread just piling through, trying to mess stuff up. Trying to get that Sentinel down. He's going to get it, I think. Yep, Sentinel drops. That was JKH's. Can he get away now? Oh, Judgment is in. Inferno Pistol in play from the Inquisitor. On the west side, Purifier's kind of getting messed up, actually. Oh, because the Witchblade of Kernus is in. Here's me saying they're going to do well. Now they're up against this and a bunch of plasma guns, too, from the Guardsmen. Interceptors could do some really good work here. That Plasma Cannon Dread as well. But those all cost resources that bagkas doesn't really have right now. Baltar hits the field, dropped in by DrBenGunn. East side looking very red, but the Chaos Lord's fallen over. They did bash the power completely and decap it. That's a big deal. And they've got Blastmaster Noise Marines now. Can they get a good shot here? Nope, they get smoked. Heretics getting messed up. Trying to worship Pawn with only a single fella. There he is running. Not sure what the CSM are hanging around for. Oh, I guess they want to shoot the Inquisitor, that's why. Those guys stopped for some reason. Blastmaster misses. Judgment on the CSM now. Meanwhile, west side, more silencing going on. Oh, that's the Purifier's ability, isn't it? That's the, I'm not sure what they call it now. It's not Psychic Burst, is it?
A power node is now in friendly hands.
Psychic Field or something? Yeah, that's not, that wasn't the Psychic Fortress doing that. That was the Purifiers with their own thing. Fusion Gun for the Autarch. Good damage to all targets from close range. Maybe she'll survive even. I want to see an Autarch survive to tier 3 and get level 4 and all these things. Stormtroopers on the way for SPB. JKH already has 2 of them, as we've seen. Both with assault kits, I think. Yep, so they get a grenade and his really long range hotshot las guns. 344 to 258. Lord the General's down, which means Derek and Nigel are also down. Daemonhunter level 4, no war gear. And we've lost the indicator for them. Can blue team grab the mid? I think they should be able to. Back to the east side, it's a Death Dread again. With the bonus and bits. No XP. Is this a new Death Dread? Did I just miss them getting another Death Dread? How can it have no XP? Because it blew up the Sentinel, right? Is there a Death Dread wreckage somewhere that I missed? It probably blew up and I completely missed it. I don't know though. Very confused. I'm very easily confused. Electric armor going on. Death Dread slicing up some Banshees, but there's some anti-vehicle weaponry with the fusion gun and the Inferno pistol. Looks like it's made it away. Yep. And the power gets bashed again. What are you doing, Death Dread? Leave. You need to leave this area. It's milling around still. I assume ChunkyCoates is trying to ride this to tier 3 or something. Blue team with the 2-1, 3-2-4 to 2-4-1. Heretics trying to repair it. I think they're trying to repair it. Bless them. There's a grenade barrage. But they backed off it. And they've stopped trying to repair this thing. Meanwhile, west side. How are you guys doing? Almost level 2. Tier 3 for JKH, Tier 3 for bagkas soon. Purifiers get onto the VP. And we've got double purgation with those side cannons trying to tear down some generators. Not the best power bashing units around, but they're doing alright. Those guys got the decap. Do they want to fight Banshees though with Warlock support? Looks like they don't. They're out of there. Couldn't quite get all the gens, but they should be safe. That's the Lord General still down. Looks like the Warlock's looking for a revive here maybe. 324 to 193. Can they defend the power? But they can't defend that gen, that's for sure. And there's a revive from the Warlock. They should get them level 3. There we go. I think it's going to be a full power bash here. Red team taking the mid thanks to the Mekboy teleporting in. And they're keeping good mid-map on the east side at least. And they are poking that power now and then too. Gaius is going to ride this to tier 3, I think. Very close to starting it. Well, to be able to start it. I don't think they want to get a Dreadnought or anything though. Meanwhile, Death Dread still needs repairs, guys. Mekboy is a repair hero. Oh, maybe they're going back to do it now. There's a tier 3 for ChunkyCoates. Lost all their Orks, then got some Looters and a Death Dread. Maybe 2 Death Dreads, I'm not sure. And they've made it to tier 3. Warlock supporting the east side. Inquisitor very low, needs to be careful. Each Blade of Furnace is a bad news for heretics. They're going to wipe, and they do wipe. Kill the weak. Banshee's got away remarkably well there. 4 models still. There's more Daka on the Looters now. Not quite in range to shoot those fellas. The CSN need to back up a bit. 294 to 182. They are backing up towards the Looters. How do you have 4 models still? Amazing. Chaos Lord might try to burn that blob there. No, they just want to melee them and chase them and smack that guy and get level 3. Purifiers, yep, capping the VP. Red team still have the mid. And there's all your tier 3s going or gone. Not sure what bagkas is saving up for. They seem to be having to reinforce quite a lot. Took their time to get suppressed over there. But they did eventually. Red team have this central power point built up a bit. Will just help them get those techs. West side. Rift Tear. Purify's taking advantage, getting stuck in. Oh, it's a Tempest. It's a full-on Tempest. Ouch. It's not doing friendly fire, is it? Not sure. Level 2 Purifiers. 23, 65 hit points. 225 to 182. Does the Purifier thing also damage as well? It kind of sets them alight. I'm not sure what they call it now. SPB can drop a rocket run, and bagkas and GaiusBaltar could also drop their nukes. Mekboy gets hammered in the face. Double cap for red team now. VP's very even. A very brief triple cap before these guys got on the central point. Well played, bagkas. Getting on his VP quite well. Melter Gun Lord General now. With Derek and Nigel back in tow. Trying to bash the power. They got it. Fully bashed. There's another Tempest from Armor of Damnation. Goes through various forms as you channel it, getting more powerful and annoying. And Tome of Tranquility is in as well. Chaos Predator on the way for GaiusBaltar. East side still looking very red. Awesome pressure here from GaiusBaltar. I think they needed some Ogrins or something over here. JKH, something to get in the face of that stuff. There's an Imperial Abyss, which is mainly dodged. I mean, it might have killed some guardsmen here and there, which isn't really a big deal. It does get them off the field, though. Webway goes down. Not sure how they expected that to stay up. I hear Banshees yelling. They're yelling at the Daemonhunter. Oh, they dropped an orbital. Lord General kind of ran into it there, but they're alright. They are alright. Map looking very red right now, with a double cap as well. Battle wagon on the way for ChunkyCoates. They've spawned in some Gretchens also, maybe with repair crew to help look after the battle wagon. Stormlord on the way for JKH. That's going to be fun. And what kind of tank do we have, Mr. Baltar? It is the Mark of Corn. Extra speed, extra damage. How can you go wrong? Big boom there. Having to bash their own power to get it back. Stormlord should do a lot. It's not going to be great against the enemy tank though. But they do have an Inferno pistol and stuff. Not sure what the Inquisitor is trying to do there. Are they trying to put Judgment on the tank maybe? Maybe. In the mid, a bunch of stuff died. And there's another Tempest thrown in. And the Death Tread still going. 1-to-1 cap at the moment. 100 VPs in it. Autark's going to die. Autark does die. Not sure what happened there. Feel like she could have got away. Fire Prism on the way now for the Warlock, DrBenGunn. And Grey Knight Terminators for bagkas. Got a Lehman Russ up as well for SPB. Might go for Executioner to fight the Purifiers, and especially when they spot the Terminators. At the moment, it's unupgraded and shooting at a Death Tread, which uses the Frenzy thing, whatever it's called, to run away. Unless that's cult of speed on it. Here's your Stormlord. You can reinforce off this thing, and it's bristling with anti-infantry guns. It does have a couple of las cannons as well. But they're not super impressive. Yep, cult of speed, you saw it affecting the Chaos Predator there too. Tearing through the Heretics as the Stormlord. Plague Marines trying to go after it with their missile launcher. But they get suppressed and torn apart. So much damage from this thing. Keeping it repaired. Plague Marines got away barely. The mid is blue now, 82 to 180. And it's death roller time from the battle wagon. Taking some shots though. Fire Prism and Lehman Russ. Oh, they've gone for Vanquisher. It's really bad news for vehicles on the red team. I don't think the Death Tread's going to survive too much longer. Purifiers, what level are you fellas? Level 3, 2600 hit points. Here's your Grey Knight Terminators then. They have the Side Cannon already. 1-to-1. Red team stealing blue team's natural again. Can they grab it? Might need to use your fanaticism, fellas. No, they got knocked off the cap. Back to the mid. Lord the General. Oh, thought about capping. Oh, now he goes. There he goes. Battle wagon's really low. Where is the Mekboy? Are they inside it? They need to be repairing it. Looks like we got stabilizers maybe from the Lord General. Yes, we do. Stormlord pushes up a bit. 68, 165. There's that Tempest. Blastmaster couldn't really get a good shot there. Blue team have the mid. Starting to look kind of strong, the blue team, with a triple cap now. Inquisitor getting on this natural. Nob squad on the way for ChunkyCoates. Is this thing getting repaired? It is. We do have a repair crew, Gretchen squad. Eurofire is trying to do something in the mid, but they need some support. Daemonhunter's level 6. This steal the power? Nope, they're just going to bash the power. Red team are getting the natural back, and the Mekboy is trying to get onto the blue team's natural. Banshees are here though. Oh no, they're not. These guys aren't real. They're inside the webway. Just a visual glitch. They could come back out of the webway, I guess. Nob squad hit the field, and they could really be needed to get the mid cap, just using their brute force and durability. Who's down over here? Oh, Chaos Lord. Mid power, you gonna steal it? Mekboy got the decap there. They want to harass it a bit more, I think, with the Death Tread and stuff. Good usage of the Death Tread at this point. Double Plague Marines for GaiusBaltar. Getting some shots on the Stormlord. Where are the guardsmen? Oh, they're inside of it. Another Tempest thrown in. Quite nasty. It's in the damage phase. Almost wiped both of those squads with some Blastmaster assistance. Grey Knight Terminators are toughing out the cap on the mid. 68-77. It's very close. Seer Council on the way for DrBenGunn. Where's the Nob squad at? Nob squad is in the middle. Getting fully upgraded now. Hammer's coming in last. They have the Nob leader and Mina and Greener. Tank is breaking stuff and they're going after it, but they get knocked over by the Fire Prism. Going to be an important tool to use against the Nob squad. Their weakness is disruption. You can try and keep these guys knocked over. 53-77. 2-1 for the red team now. Tempest thrown on the VP. Hadachan's Devils trying to tough it out. I mean, they're tough fellas, but they couldn't do it, especially a Nob squad on them. There's a Stormlord though. That's a nice tool to have against a Nob squad. Huge amounts of damage. There's the Seer Council. They're hanging out near the mid. They'll also be pretty good against the Nob squad for doing damage and a little bit of disruption. Warlock as well with Bridge of Furnace, of course. Heavy turret dropped in. Can the blue team grab the mid here? Some silencing from the Purifiers. That self-immolation thing that they do. Some good disruption. With the Seer Council still in play. Distortion field on them to help them out against ranged fire. They already provide a ranged damage resistance that they benefit from themselves as well. So with the distort field up, it's hard to shoot those guys. Inquisitor. Can they tough out the Tempest with ranged fire coming in? They cannot. Down they go. 49-77. Might be worth getting the mandate up on the Inquisitor for those capping moments. Imperial Abyss dropped in by GaiusBaltar on an already heavily damaged Stormlord. It needs to move because that central mass does like 200 heavy melee DPS or something. Tank finishes it off. Well played, GaiusBaltar. Really well done. Got the kill on the Stormlord. Down it goes. And that's a big blow to the blue team. spbtvtower also lost their Leman Russes along the way. These guys looking at that VP, I think. Oh, another one. It's a Storm Blade this time from JKH. SPB with a heavy weapon squad, maybe to get a las cannon going. Lord General and the Inquisitor down in the mid. Warlock might be able to get one of them, but getting both of them could be tricky. Does the Warlock have an accessory? No. It might be worth getting channeling runes for the Seer Council. 49-77, 1-1 cap. That's a creeping barrage. But it doesn't knock over Terminators, so they're not bothered. Battle Wagon pushing through alongside a Nob squad. Can the red team pull this off after that? Really rough start from ChunkyCoates. Stormblade's not ready quite yet. That is a rocket run though on the Ordo Malleus forces. Some decent hits. Don't think it killed many models though, because these guys are all leveled up. Well, that Purgation Squad isn't, that new one. But the rest of them all level 4. So they were able to tough it out, and red team take the mid thanks to those Terminators. Fire Prisms are really good for BenGunn. Another one could be good, but they're going for a D cannon, also a good choice in the mid here. Help disrupt the Nob Squad. Nob Squad moving a bit faster because they have the Painboy +1 speed surgery in. Thanks to this equipment. They must have used their heal already. Nobs popped their frenzy, giving them suppression immunity and a lot of damage resistance. You can still knock them over though. Mekboy could stop that with the super tough beam, of course. Orbital goes in with a Tempest. That's quite nasty. Very nasty, in fact. Did that wipe those two guardsmen? It wiped spbtvtower's guardsman. Stormblade is there. Will the Stormblade get stunned by it? Not sure. Big old ruckus on the central VP, 27 to 67. Red team trying to get their natural back. Not sure who stole it. But blue team are reeling here. spbtvtower especially, I don't know if they have time to even recover. Dropping in a heavy turret, that's going to help out. Getting some good shots on the battle wagon. Cult of Speed gets it away. Global ability of the Mekboy, who can now come in and repair a bit. Level 8 Mekboy here. Stormblade already taken a bunch of damage. There's only one Plague Marine squad left, but they are there getting shots in. And so is the Chaos Predator. 14 to 67. I think the red team have done enough. Terminator's looking to push again. There's another Tempest. And there's a GG. It was a GG. Terminator's teleporting in there at the end, eating a grenade. But they got a kill. Oh, they didn't teleport in. I think that was a little passive teleport they did there. Awesome game. spbTower put everything in. It had nothing left at the end. Only 67 VPs on it. And an awesome recovery from ChunkyCoates. Really played the Looters and Death Dread into Tier 3 well. Helped that the Mekboy could teleport around, of course. We had a level 4 Lord General. Level 6 Warlock. The Inquisitor, level 5. Daemonhunter got level 10 by the end. Did have the Force Rod too. Mekboy level 8 and a level 4 Chaos Lord. Lightning Claws going on. Did superb work on the east side. Did GaiusBaltar. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.